I would like to, I don't know where you put this, maybe on the next agenda, adopt a policy similar to Egan's as far as citizens appeal. I'll look into that. I don't know if everyone else is in favor of that.
I'd like to see it before I vote on it.
Did I just not say look into it? Did I say let's go vote on it? Let's listen to what I'm saying here, Mr. Crowder.
Oh,
And the other thing I would like you to look into is, and do this at your own discretion, is using public or equipment from the city into the private sector, which could cause, like, say for instance, we did some damage with it where it's going to cause the citizens a little false of money. Maybe we should discontinue anything like that because we're putting the city at risk. Anyway, look into that too. Not saying we're going to vote on it.
What damage happened, Frank?
I'm just asked to look into that. I said in case of something like that does happen,
Oh,
we
okay.
could be putting the city into risk.
Sure.
So, that's all.
Let's not,
excuse me?
Let's not close ourselves too much in a box though, because if we eliminate constituents from coming and expressing themselves, that's everyone. Every constituent in this community.
Not saying.
So let's not, just a minute, Mr. Koschek.
Thank you.
Let's just not paint ourselves in a corner. And I think you have a great idea about not doing it.
Before you adjourn, there is this constituent complaint time, am I correct? On tonight's work
From the
session?
council.
Okay, may I have the floor for just a moment, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have asked, and so has Teresa, to have something actually put on the agenda. It's been refused now twice. That's the purpose of getting something on the agenda, so that the public can see how the council members vote, the elected officials vote. I don't understand for the life of me why our request, which is a sound, rational request for both of what we requested, to be put actually on the council agenda so that the public can see how it's voted on. Drone crashes are 10 times more likely than a manned vehicle. That's one issue. Private data issue and disclosure has not been at all addressed or revised yet. They're working on that at local, in the Twin Cities area, as well as at the national level. This is not a joke. And every time it seems like I bring up something that's very common sense oriented, like many other smart individuals have brought forward, to start saving and our tax dollars and putting them towards local government programs rather than over militarization, it gets shot down before it can even get into that council meeting. And I object to that. And the other thing is Teresa, maybe you want to say something about the Minnesota resolution.
Well, yes. I feel as if I've said everything I needed to say, but I don't feel as if I've been heard. I think it's very important that we look into how the federal dollars that could be moved into the city budgets are being spent instead on military equipment, including equipment that, such as the drones, the unmanned aerial vehicles, that could put us at risk. You know, it says in their literature that Colonel St. Sauber says that the drones might be used for search and rescue. If they can be used for search and rescue, they can be used for spying. It's just another way of saying exactly the same thing. It isn't always going to come down to our benefit. And I think we're naive if we don't see that unmanned aerial vehicles can be very dangerous to anyone within their flight zone. And that includes Little Falls. I don't think we need to set ourselves up for that.
Well, I guess I got a question about, are we talking data usage, or protecting our data? So I'm not really quite sure what you're trying to get on the agenda, Robin. I mean, we talk about data. We've got these satellites up there that can zone in on the tip of your nose and count the hairs you have on there. I mean, you talk about data privacy. There's none of that anymore. I mean, there's not a lot of privacy. I was in a restaurant the other day talking to my daughter, and somebody was filming me.
I go to meetings and I feel like I have cameras on me all the time.
But so I'm not
No
quite
privacy.
sure. I'm not quite sure what you're asking to put on the agenda. I know that we do have the the Minnesota arms spending alternative, that's what, that is on the agenda tonight.
Okay.
And Robin, I'm not quite sure, you're looking for a resolution for
I
us
do
to-
have a resolution for no drone fly zone. I will be happy to present it. But I also want to say something before this meeting adjourns. And that is that I have not been able to receive, excuse me, the meeting has not been adjourned. I have not,
To adjourn the meeting.
I have not been able to convey, even about the Sister City Committee, which is a city group. I sent a letter to you, Kathy, as well as everybody on that board, asking for a response about Sister City Committee members and other things. And I have not even received that back from you. So when you say that I'm able to get information or communicate with you, that's just simply not true.
This meeting is adjourned, we'll go on to the next one.
I'll have to relook at that letter, Robin, and see exactly what you were asking for. I'm not quite sure what you're asking.
I
And
sent
that
it,
information can be got from city staff. I mean, I can't get it, and none of the board members can get it, so.
you're the one that appoints the committee members.
So what are you looking for?
Well, read the letter. I sent it through to you, through Wendy, and I'm sure she has it because she said you read it, so.
So,
I
yeah, I'm not
actually,
quite sure, I guess I wasn't quite sure. I was looking at the fact that you were looking for us to do some fundraising. for
well, actually, I
people
have the
who
letter
are
right here. I was asking about the bylaws, find out if the bylaws were discussed at that one meeting. And I said, I am very concerned and wonder if anyone would care to share why there was discussion starting in September about restricting who could go on the trip to France this spring. I was excited to hear at the first meeting I attended that anyone interested in the French connection to La Bourget could attend this trip, just pay their own airfare. I plan to be involved in this group as I am part French and have a very sincere interest in this connection. I also plan to devote my creative talents in whatever way they could be utilized. After I attended 2 meetings and suggested that some scholarships be developed for low-income people to attend fundraisers free of charge, and also to fly to France, some members have chosen to resign. I would like to apply for official committee membership.
Okay, the memberships are full, Robin, and.
At the
thing is,
time they were,
but
they
you
haven't
make it-
even been passed yet tonight.
But
They're on
they
the
were
agenda
asked
for
a long
tonight.
time ago. But when you make statements like people quit just because you made that statement,
No, I didn't say that.
well, but that's
This
not
letter
true.
doesn't say that at all.
But the thing is
It
get that
says
information
since
from
I-
city staff. They will get that information. Just be specific in what you want, and they'll get it to you.
You just said at this meeting that I should be able to get information from you. All I have to
No,
do
I
is
said you can
communicate
talk
with
to
you.
me about things, but they will get you the
I did.
information.
I sent this. Also, it's like 6 days ago at the last meeting on Wednesday, I was told that somebody would be, Melissa or somebody would be emailing the French and talking to them about the trip. Today is Tuesday, tomorrow is the supposed deadline that you put. I haven't heard a word.
I haven't either.
Yeah, but you didn't ask the question about the disabled thing, I did. That's 6 days
Well,
past.
give
I don't
her a
understand
call
that.
again. She's a
I
volunteer.
don't have her number.
Well, she's a volunteer, she's busy. You know, that's just it. When these people get together in this committee, they're doing committee business. Anything above and beyond that, city staff has to take care of.
Well, I can't respond to her because I don't have her telephone. And she told me she would get back to me, and if there's a mandate to hurry up and do this, and I've asked a legitimate question about
Then I will call her.
disability accommodations there, and can't even get a resolve on that, what am I
Okay, well,
supposed
see,
to
and I
do?
didn't know you did, so I will call her and I will find out
Okay,
what's going on.
thank you.
Bye.
Onward home.